Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all are having good time and you all are well. So today's topic is measure of central tendency, and after which we will be doing the exercise, which is 16b. So what is meant by measure of central tendency? Measure of central tendency means the procedures used to find out the middle value or the most central value of the data, or you can say the most typical value of in the data. So there are three ways to find the measure of central tendency. One is mean, one is median, and one is mode. So in case of mean, we basically find the average of the data values, whatever the data values are given. We sum up all the values and we divide it by the total number of values. That means we are basically finding out the average. And in case of mod, we look for the most repeated value or the most common value. And if the data is, for example, most common value, just like in this case it has 7, we will write 7. And if it has, for example, no common values, then it will be having no mod at all. And there can also be 2 to 3 mod. For example, you can say 7 7 1 1, and there are two mods, 7 and 1, for example, in such a data. And in case of median, what we do is we basically arrange the data in order. That order can be descending or that order can be ascending. It's up to you completely. And then you come up with the middle value. Now, if the data values are even in number, then what you do is you identify the two middle values and you divide it by 2. And if in case the data values are odd in number, then the middle value will be considered as the median. For example, if I take a simple example 1 3 5, this is already arranged in ascending order. In this case 3 is the median. 3 is the median. But if I will say 1 3 5 7, now in this case I have two middle values, that is 3 and 5. What I will do is I will add 3 and 5 and I will divide it with 2, and I will get 8 by 2, which is 4. Like this you have to solve it. So let's start the exercise and understand it well. Okay, so question 1 and question 2 of the exercise are quite simple. They are fill in the blank question and true and false question, which you can do easily. So we will be starting from question 3, in which you have to find the mean, median, and mode of the data given. So for mean, you have a formula in your book, which is, although you can directly also do it, but if you want to write the formula, that will be mean is represented by using x bar, right, is equal to sum of x divided by n. Now this sign is known as sigma, and it's meant summation. By summation we mean we have to add all the values in the data. Summation of x, x can be any variable, x can be any value, right? For example, in this case I have 5, I have 11, I have 6, 17, 2 and 7. These are the values of x which I have to add. And how many are they in number? Count them: 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what I will do is I will divide it by 6. So this n basically tells you, n tells you the number of values, n tells you the number of values, and this is sum of values, sum of values, right? Okay, now when you will add all these numbers, you will get, what will you get? You will get 48. When you will add all these numbers, you will get 48. And then in division you have 6. Now 6 multiplied by 8 is 48. So that means mean is equal to 8, right? Or you can simply say mean is equal to 8, right? Now coming to median. For median we have to do some effort, and that effort is basically to arrange the data. Now to arrange the data, ascending or descending, it's up to you. We will arrange the data. I am arranging it in ascending order. First will be 2, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 11, and then 17. Now let's see which values lie in the middle. I will see, these two are on the side and these two are in the middle. These two, 6 and 7, see, these are occurring in the very middle, so that means these are median. So for that also I need to do one more step to find out the real median, which is the number between 6 and 7. So let's do it. What we will do is we will add 6 and 7 for finding the median. For finding the median, we will add 6 and 7 and divide it by 2. And 6 and 7 will give you 13. 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. That means 6.5 is the value that occurs in between 6 and 7, and that is the median, right? And for the case of mod, in case of mod, we need to see which which value is most repeated in the data, right? 5, 11, 6, 17, 2, 7. See, all of the values are appearing once. That is, there is no any repetition. So that means there is no any mod. So we can say all values are unique. That is mod. There is no mod, right? And it will be no mod. So looking at this question, 30 mangoes picked at random from consignment way. Now form a frequency distribution table. So whenever you are given with such a data where you have to find the frequency, you have to create the frequency distribution table, you need to first find out the range. Range is the highest value minus the smallest value. That means we need to identify the highest value first, or also the lowest value. Let's see which is the highest value, and I think 142. 142 is the highest value. Let's highlight it. And then 68 is the smallest value. We highlighted this, and then we will find the range, and range is equal to 142 minus 68, which equals 74. Okay, now after finding the range, we have to come up with the class size. Now class size mean what will be the length of, or I can say how many units will be there in one class interval. So how can I find this is I can divide the range by the number of classes. Okay, now range is 74, and when I look at the data consists of 30 values. So according to 30 values, I should keep a group of 6. This is basically your assumption. You can keep it 7, you can keep it 5, that's up to you, but not too small or not too large. It should be the average, like how many, consider it like how many classes you should make out of a data of 30. So I think 6 is better, so I will divide 74 with 6, and when I divide 74 with 6, I get 12.3. Now you have to round up the number always. In case of frequency distribution table, round up, always round up. So when you will round up this number, that means you have to move it towards the highest number, the next number. That is, after 12.3, there will be the next whole number is 13. So that means 13 will be the round up number for the class size. So the class size is 13. Now what I need to do is I need to create a table, and in this table I will keep class interval in the first column, class interval in the second, I will keep tally marks, and in the third I will keep frequency, right? Okay, now the class intervals will start from the very smallest value that you identified in the data, and the smallest value here was 68. So you will write 68 here. Now what is the class size? The class size is of 13 units, right? So you will start counting from 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, right? It will be 80. You have to count till 13 units, so it will be 80. Next interval you will start from 81 and it will be 81 till 93. When you will count it, you will come to know it will be 93, and you have to count it correctly and precisely. So next will be 94 to 106, and next will be 107 to 119. Then I have 120 to 132, and then I have 133 to 145. Now I am stopping here. Why am I stopping here? Because the highest value was 142 and I have reached the limit, that is 145 here, because I have to keep the difference the same in each class interval. So I will be keeping this also of 13 units, right? Every class interval need to be of 13 unit, and when you will subtract them, 68 from 80, 81 from 93, then of course you will be getting 12, and each will be having the same difference. So now next step is to mark the tallies. So what we will do is we will identify which data occurs in which class interval. For example, I have 93 and 93 lies here. So what I will do is I will cross 93 here and I will put a tally mark here. 111 lies, 111 lies here, 92 lies here, 86 lies here, 68 lies here, 84 lies here, 99 lies here, 82 lies here. Fifth mark will be like this. 74 lies here, 140 lies here. Now 104 lies here. Then I have 110 lies here. Then I have 118 lies here. Then I have 81 lies here. Then I have 84 lies here. Then I have 104 lies here. 75 lies here. Then I have 78 lies here. Then I have 98 lies here. 112 lies here. 125 lies here. Then I have 130 lies here. 142 here. 85 here. Then I have 78 lies here. Fifth mark. 102 lies here. Fifth mark. Then I have 108 lies here. Fifth mark. Then 124 lies here. 130 here, and 115 lies here. Okay, now that I am done with these, what I will do is I will add these frequencies. Here I have got 5, here I have 8, here I have 5, here I have 6, here I have 4, and here I have 2, right? Now what I will do is I will add these, and I will add these to get the sum. The sum should be equal to 30. Now when I add these, 5 plus 5 is 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I got 30. That means I have done it correctly. You have to look carefully at the numbers and where they lie, and then you have to mark the tallies to come up with the correct answer. So that's how you will be creating the frequency distribution table. Okay, so in question number 5, we are asked to find the mean of first 50 natural numbers. Now here we must know what natural numbers are. Natural numbers are the numbers that start from 1, right? So he is asked for the first 50 natural numbers. What we will do is, to find the mean, I will add the first 50 natural number, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I will divide it by 15. Of course, there are 15 values. So when I will be adding these numbers, I will get 120, and then in denominator I have 15. When I will divide these two, I will get 8. So 8 is the mean. Now for the next one, question number 6, what we have to do is determine the mean of the first 8 even natural number. Now he has specified the task, that is you have to come up with the first 8 even natural number. Now we only have to look for even number, that is mean will be equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. See, these are 8 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you will divide it by 8. Now when you will add these values, you will get 72, and then in division you have 8. When you will divide 72 by 8, you will get 9. So 9 is the answer for the mean. Okay, so in this question, the average salary of 25 workers is given, which is 2500, and it says if the manager of the factory has salary 35,000, you have to find the average salary of all the 26 employees. Okay, now as we know the average salary of the 25 workers, we need to come up with the total salary of the workers. So what we will do is we will find the total salary of the workers, total salary of the workers. Total salary of the workers will be 25 multiplied by 2500, and that will be equal to 62,500, right? And when you will look at the salary of the manager's salary is 35,000. Now in the question it's asked that you have to find the average salary of all the 26 employees. These were the 25 employees, and this one is the 26th one. 25 plus 1 is 26. So what we will do is to find the average salary of all the employees. To find the average salary of all the employees, what we will do is 6,500 plus 35,000. We will add these two salaries, and then we will divide it by 26, because we have to find the average salary of all the 26 employees. So when you will add these two, you will get 97,500 and divide it with 26, and when you will divide it, you will get 3750. So that means the average salary of all 26 employees is 3,750. Now this question, the following table shows the marks obtained out of 25 by students of class 8 in English. Determine the average marks obtained by the students. Now this question is different. Why? Because this is a group data. Till now we were working on group data. Now here you also have to find the average, but this is for group data. How do we know it's a group data? Because the frequency is given, right? Now let's see which one is the, I will tell you which one is the frequency and how to identify it. So look at the first row, and the first row is marks. Okay, now 11 mark is gained by 4 students. Okay, how many students got 11? 4. So basically number of students is the frequency here, right? Number of students is the frequency, right? Number of students is the frequency, and 13 students got 3 marks. 13 marks were scored by 3 students, and 15 marks were scored by 7 students. 18 marks were scored by 16 students. 19 were scored by 4, and so on. Okay, so that's how we identify the frequency. Now the marks table will be basically, you will call it a midpoint, or that's basically kind of a class interval, because the marks table is telling you the data, like simply 11 marks. How many students got 11? And 15, how many students got 15? If it's a single like unit interval, it will be considered as the midpoint, and if it was an interval like this, for example 0 to 2, in this case x would be 0 plus 2 divided by 2, and in that case the midpoint would be 1. But right now the midpoint is 11 because there is a single number, right? Then the single number itself is the midpoint. So I will complete the table as it is, like it was given in the question. X table is, I don't need to write it here. I don't need to write it here. I will write in front of marks that it is X. So I will complete the table by 11, 13, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, these are the marks: 11, 13, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, now the frequency is 4, 3, 7, 16, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now when I am finding the mean of group data, as this is group because the frequency is given. For the mean of group data, I use this formula, sum of f of x divided by sum of f. That means I need to first multiply the frequency with the x, that is the marks, and then add them up to get sum of f of x. Let's do it so that you understand it. F of x means you have to multiply f with x. That is, you multiply 4 with 11, 13 with 3, 15 with 7, and so on. So when we will multiply these, let's see what we get, and then we will do it further. Okay, so let me do it, just a minute. Okay, 11 multiplied by 4 is 44, 13 multiplied by 3 is 3, 1 is 39, 17 multiplied by, and not 17, 15 multiplied by 7, 15 multiplied by 7 will give you 105, 16 multiplied by 18 will give you 288, and then 4 multiplied by 19 will give you 76, 3 multiplied by 20 is 60, 2 multiplied by 21 is 42, 22 multiplied by 1 is 22. Okay, now we need to sum up these, that is 44. Sum up all the values, that is, when we will sum up, we will write sum of f of x here, and sum of f of x will be 44 plus 39 plus 105 plus 288 plus 76 plus 60 plus 42 plus 22, and it will give you 676. And when you will sum up the frequencies, sum of f, when you will add all these, you will get 40, right? Now what we will do here is, we have already come up with this, which is 676. We will divide 676 by 40, and when you will divide this by 40, you will get 16.9, which is the answer for the mean, right? Now we have question number 9. We have to find the mean, median, and mode for the data. Again, mean is easy because it's an ungrouped data, so we will simply do like mean is equal to 20 plus 50 plus 30 plus 34 plus 45 plus 27 plus 40 plus 10 plus 50 plus 50 plus 48 plus 52, and we will divide it by the total number of values, and there are 12 values given, so I will divide it with 12. Now when you will add all these, you will get 456, and you have to divide it by 12, and when you will divide it by 12, you will get 38, and 38 is the answer for the mean, right? Now when you have to find the median, again I will say you have to do some effort, that is to arrange it. And when you will arrange it, the first number is 10, then 20, 27, 30, 34, 40, 45, 48, 50, 50, 50, and 52. Okay, now I arrange them, and now I have to look for the middle value. Let's highlight 3 value from here, 3 value from here, and 2 value from here, 2 value from here. So in the middle I have 40 and 40 and 45, right? In the middle I have 40 and 45. So the median will be, median is equal to 40 plus 45 divided by 2, which is 85 divided by 2 and 42.5. Now to identify the mod, it's very simple. You have to look at the data which is repeating the most, and you can see 50 is occurring 3 times, so that means mod is 50. Simple, because mod is appearing 50 is appearing the most. Okay, so you have 50 here, you have 50 here, you have 50 here. 50 is appearing 3 times, so it will be the mod. Okay, question 9, we are done with question 9, and question 10 is very similar to question number 9. You have to do it in the same way to find the mean, median, and mod. So for coming up with the mean, I will simply add all the numbers, that is the rain levels in the city that were recorded. 16, I have 16 again, 12, 14, 13, 15, 13, 13, 13, 16, 12, 15, and 10. Okay, you have to add all these and you have to divide it by the total number of values, and the total number of values here are 12, so you will divide it by 12. Now when you will add these, you will get 165, and you have to divide it by 12, and when you will divide it by 12, you will get 13.75, and this will be the answer for the mean. Now to find the mod, you have to look at the data which is appearing the most, and when you will look carefully, you will see that 13 is appearing once, twice, thrice, and then you have 16, which is appearing once, twice, thrice, and else are appearing less number of times. So that means there are two mods, 16 and 13. So I will write that 16 and 13 are the mod. Now for the median, again you have to do some effort, that is to arrange it in order. So I will arrange it in order. First is 10, then I have 12, then I have 12, 13, 13, 13, and then 14, then I have 15, then I have 15, then I have 16, then I have 16, then I have 16. Okay, as I arrange these, now I will equally divide these. Let's remove 4 from here, and 1 2 3 4 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here. I got two values in the middle, which are 13 and 14. So what will be the median? The median will be median is equal to 13 plus 14 divided by 2, which is 27 divided by 2, and this will give me 13.5. And this is what you have to do, and I hope this exercise and the questions are clear to you. Once you understand the concept, it's not difficult, you can do it on your own. So you can use this as a resource for understanding the questions. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to my channel.